Good morning, everybody. V here. This video is intended for adults. It is not made for children. I'm here this morning to do and share with you what I created for my swap with Tamika, who is Scrapdaworlds on YouTube. She's doing her Christmas winter theme shape tag swap. And I was very blessed to have gotten in. The moment I saw her post it, I was like, I want in. And so, again, you make these tags, and you make 3. You can send her 1, which you can see that I did. It has to have to and from. It has to have a hanger on it. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get over this head cold. And I'm sorry, the to and from. It has to have a couple of little details on it, like bells, sequins. You have to have your information, which my information is on the back of the makeshift little tag in there. And then you have to have on the top of it what this is. So like Scrapdaworlds, and I'll show you it here in a minute. And so when she said that we had to do our favorite Christmas movie, the first thing that came to me is It's a Wonderful Life. That's my favorite movie, next to the Nativity. And I was so excited. I was like, oh, I know what I'm making. So as I kept watching her video, and I'll tell you, you can go and see her video. It's in her live. And she did choose It's a Wonderful Life. And I was like, oh, man. And I thought, well, that's okay. I can still do that. Maybe I do have a different bell than her, you know. But we also had to put on there a sentiment that kind of, sort of, the moment you read it, you knew what movie it was. And so I happened to go to the Dollar Tree, and there was a candy bar there, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go with that one. So I went with Frosty the Snowman. I'm going to share with you very quickly what items I used, and then I will show you it real quick. Now, I'm not sure who this is by. I buy dies from a lady off of Marketplace, and she doesn't ever have them marked. And so this one came with a face stamp. I did not like the face. Well, I do like them, but it's not what I wanted. And so I did use this as a shaker. The only thing I didn't use were the buttons. And so I went with these faces from Peachy Keen. And I went with this face right here. Because, of course, you know, corn cob pipe and a button nose. And then on Frosty's hat, this is a little die from the Dollar Tree. I wanted this odd-shaped flower right there. Because he does have an odd-shaped flower with a pink flower with a blue button on it. This is the other. I used this long strip right here. And I got these from my resale store. And a lot of times they're not marked. So I don't know who made them. I bought these from the lady as well. Both of them. This is a shaker bow. And this is a shaker snowflake. I'm sorry. My brain froze there for a moment. They might be KS Craft, I think. And so I did use both of them. And then I got these from my resale store. And you can also do a shaker out of this, which I did. And I'm not very good with shakers, so when it comes to the acetate. So I did do all 3 of my shakers differently, and I will share that with you. I used a few rubber stamps. I used this one that's a sentiment one in the inside of the little card. I used the snowflake, this little snowman. Here is my to and from, and then this little snowflake. And forgive me if my words tend to cross each other. For my shaker bits, I did use a tiny little bit of star sequence But I used some of these little pieces right here. And I used some of these, as well as some sequins. And the sequins I used were several of these little ones right here. I think I used some of them. Yeah. So, let me put that down. I embossed. I used this little ink pad. Oops, sorry about that. I use this little embossing one. And I use this black soot. I embossed the face and the to and from. And I also use this little snowflake punch. I'm not sure who that is. Recollections. And let me see. Was there anything else? No. So I'm going to share with you. So this is my packaging. I did get, oh, sorry, I knew that was the moment I bumped it. But I'm not doing this again, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can open that and it'll stay. Please stay. So here is my packaging. The ribbon and the bag I got from Dollar General. And there is my packaging. And all I did on the top, and I'll restaple this one. I just stapled the top. And this is kind of like a belly band. It does move. You can take it off if you want. So as you can see, there is my information. I used a snowflake, some little pipe cleaner, this tool. And this tool is the one you get from the Dollar Tree that has the little fake snow on it. I used this to do one of my shakers. And I also made a bow there. And then there's where I made the shaker bow, only I didn't do it that way. And I did the little buttons. And so let me share with you inside. Now, we were to make 3, and we could make one for Jamaica if we wanted, which of course I did. And this is the candy bar that inspired Frosty. So they'll each get a candy. And then here is my packaging that I'm squishing in there. And all I did with the black soot was stamp all over it. And then, we do not have to send a gift, but I bought everybody one of these little, let me open it up. Of course, it's not going to make it easy. I did leave it in the packaging that it came in. And so, I did buy everybody one of these cute little snowman dies. And then, I will share with you. I just want to put this in there before I forget. And then somebody goes without one. So there's the die. Now, I tried to attach my tag to this makeshift card, but it didn't work. I ended up having to put a snowflake to block it. So in the inside, I'm not really a card maker, but I did use the sentiment, and that is where I punched out the little snowflake, and the positive part I put on the strip of white paper, and I left the negative empty. So there's that. So my tag just kind of sort of sits on there. And let me share with you my tag. So as you can see, I did emboss his face. It kind of blended in with the glitter, but that's okay. I also embossed the to and from in the back. Now here is the first shaker. And what did I do with them tweezers? Oh, there they are. Okay. So, as you can see, they do move. And I used a whole bunch of them big ones in there. And as you can see, I don't want to tear that. Oops, I'm out of frame. So my whole tweezer fits in there. It's open. There's nothing in there. And so that's why I use the big parts of the these pieces right here. And then I did put my hanger. I used some twine and added a little bell. And then Mr. Hinkle in Frosty the Snowman, his outfit's green. And so I went with the green color, and I did a felt hat. His scarf and his mittens are all made out of green felt. And then there's, of course, his little pink flower and with the little blue button. And here's another element. I used charms there. Here's where I used the snowflake. I also used snow ticks. And then I did add it everywhere else, on his mittens, on his hat. There's some more little different snowflake sequence. And inside of Frosty, you can see the really big, hard little snowflake in there. And then there's sequence, and he does move. And then here's my quote, or my phrase, a corncob pipe and a button nose. And so here is the third shaker. And again, that moves as well. And I just added all kinds of sequence in there. So there is my tag for my swap. I hope that my partners like it. And again, Tamika, I am so sorry. I know today's the 27th. We had to have it postmarked by today. And so I am on my way to the post office here in just a second. I did send you my my shipping. And so you guys, let me know what you think of my tag. I hope that my partners like it. And you guys, we'll talk with you all later. Bye.